We come to you live from the back alley of the 5DR 5-day rental video store, one of the worst places in America, if you ask me. May as well be hell here for American hardcore wrestling. That's right, the return of Man Against Beast. And tonight's title bout, two beasts and one sad, pathetic loser, and I'm here with that sad loser. Last week, beaten to death by a camel. About so sad that the crowd started chanting "One Hump Chump." And now, going for retribution, I'm with that sad sack right now, Kron the Skeleton Boy. How are you?
Never better.
Now, last week...
One hump chump! One hump chump!
He's leading the crowd in a one hump chump. This is the way to control your branding. Now, Kron, what is this new face paint look? You've got a Dias de los Muertos look, like a Day of the Dead, if you will.
Yeah, the Lucha Libre, dude.
You leaning into it.
People love that shit.
All right. Now, what is your strategy going into tonight's main event?
I think I'm going to try to flip him over, get on top of him, rock his world, leave him with a smile.
All right. Now, you may think you are fighting another human man. Are you aware that you are actually fighting a alien parasite controlling a dead corpse?
One hump chump! One hump chump!
And there you have it, folks. A man leaning into his moniker, the One Hump Chump, Kron the Skeleton Boy. And I'm now joined by the proprietor of this 5DR, I don't know, American misstep, Laundry McDan. How are you?
I'm doing well, counting the stacks of money that are flowing in right now, currently.
So much so, keeping you in fake mustaches.
Yeah, Sharpies, they're all right.
Interesting. Now, where did you find this alien creature that Kron the Skeleton Boy will be battling tonight?
You know, you can never underestimate the endless corners of the internet.
Are you talking dark web, sir?
Dark, light, medium, mild, hot. Yeah, I got people reaching out. I got fingers in every petri dish.
That's the bell, and these two are off.
Remember the fourth.
One hump chump! One hump chump! One hump chump! One hump chump! One hump chump!
This week on 5-Day Rentals, The Hidden. Welcome back, everybody, to 5-Day Rentals. We are the video store podcast where each week we take turns picking a flick that we think meets a fun, non-genre category. And this week is the second pick for Bones' category of Cuties. And this week pick is The Hidden from 1987, directed by Mr. Jack Shoulder. And I am going to be taking you through this Ferrari ride of a thrill show. As always, I'm here with my other two aliens that I control, Bones and Kron Howard. How are you?
Hey, Kron Howard doesn't take a dive for anyone.
Are you happy to be here, Dan?
Yeah. It's going to be a lovely night.
I can tell from your energy.
Yeah, bring it down, dude.
I mean, we've recorded over 100 episodes. Do we really have to be excited to be here?
I think there's a expectation that the introduction to the show should have energy that says, hey, this will be fun. Continue listening.
All right. Do you want me to do it over?
No. Maybe you're getting all these downloads for your episodes because people are like, shit, I can put that on and go right to sleep.
Continues to play and they don't push pause or roll over to another podcast.
Yeah, they save those good podcasts for the next day.
Even though we're the only movie review podcast out there.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Just us. If you're listening, don't go looking.
There's none out there.
We're the only ones doing it.
And if you're listening and you have a movie review podcast, maybe you're fucking losing your mind. You're gaslighting yourself.
None of those fucking wires are hooked up to anything.
But if you got more followers than us, you can guest on our show. Just give us a holler. Yeah, invite us over too. Please.
And take your pick, because there's varying levels of energy here within this show.
That's true. 1987, The Hidden. Have you guys seen this before?
I hadn't even heard of it.
I'm with Bones.
Yeah. But it's one of those that as soon as we announced it, we got like kind of a flurry of, hey, that's an awesome movie. So, again, I had to lower my head in shame.
Why did you lower your head in shame?
Well, I always feel an immediate embarrassment that I don't know a movie.
Why?
Sometimes, I don't know. Like, I'm
That's
open
a
to the
gift.
idea. Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Do you think you're
But I
expected
usually-
to know every movie?
There's something about like, well, I feel confident enough to record my voice and post it on the internet talking about movies. But also at the same time, these same people, I could probably list off countless movies that they've never heard of, right? So, varying tastes. The Hidden isn't a movie that I would have sought out, right? There's other movies from '87 that would have piqued my attention.
It's like when my wife's like, you haven't seen that? And I'm like, really? I have a list of 200,000 movies you haven't seen. You got like a 10.
Why won't you watch The Cutting Edge with her, Dan?
She always says that whenever it's Dirty Dancing, I think.
Havana Nights or OG?
OG.
Okay.
Hey,
I don't even think she's seen Havana Nights.
hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Yeah, I don't know what that reference is. It's probably from Ghost or something. I've never seen that either.
Does Baby take a dive?
Had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you.
Is that from Ghost?
Yeah.
I swear.
I can't for the life of me. That's Swayze, right?
Yeah.
He's in the movie. Yeah, he's not singing that song.
Whoopi is in that one too, isn't she?
Whoopee.
Ghost.
Yeah, I just asked if that was Ghost or that's a song was from, right?
No, she's in Ghost. The song's from Dirty Dancing. Mm-hmm. Full disclosure, I woke up 10 minutes before we hopped on the Zoom.
Why? Because you've been drinking all day?
No.
And then you spent those 10 minutes doctoring photos of
Shut the
your
fuck up.
emails.
Talk about gaslighting. I apparently fucked up the cold open.
No, you didn't. Every cold open is fucked up.
Yeah, I know, but it was enough that afterwards, even Kron's like, dude, you fucked it up. Like, you said the wrong thing. And it's like, well,
Kron,
this is the first time.
Your timing was wrong.
100%. No,
was
Kron
just
is
saying-
100% right. He was explaining why.
Me
Yeah.
nor Dan knew which one was supposed to come in.
So we'll see if that's corrected or not, or if the listener is also confused.
It's been recorded, so it's going to come out no matter what. That's why I didn't say anything. You are just a musical jukebox tonight.
Trying to build that Spotify list out, dude.
It is your job. You
Yeah,
claimed
go for
it.
it.
Did you hear him?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear him? That's on record too.
Yeah, I'll put it together.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Got his ass.
I'll get right on it.
He'll start it. He'll put 2 on there and then say,
Of his movies.
hey, it's public.
Well, I'm not going to go back and add the previous 100 episodes.
Yeah.
The list starts now.
That or we can ask listeners to say, hey, hop in the Discord if there's a song that we haven't added to this playlist yet.
I'm adding that one from Dirty Dancing and Bile from episode 1. That's it.
Free Willy song?
Okay, I'll add that one.
Thank you.
The Hidden.
Did you guys did you enjoy The Hidden?
I think so.
There's a killer soundtrack on this thing.
It's pretty good. I sent you the link earlier.
I think I enjoyed a lot about this movie.
I like to hear that. Because I am currently on a mission to remove some movies from the top 10 of Kron Howard's. It's my personal goal.
I don't think you did it tonight.
You don't think I did it tonight?
I'm calling it. I don't think this makes top 10.
I think it makes top 10.
I'm just going to start giving everything you pick a 1.
Yeah.
You can't sabotage like that.
Why? And then you just, our own picks, we just give 5s to counteract, and we'll just build the middle list. So
There are no more review shows.
this is the checks and balances of the system.
Yeah.
This is not holding up the integrity of the list.
Unless you're Kron and you can pick something outside of what should be picked, whine about it enough,
And get
cash
your
in
way.
your favorability with the the dozens of Discord members who say, heal the podcast, do Big Trouble,
I didn't pick that movie.
still complain all the way through the record, give it a 5.
I didn't pick that movie.
Fucking genius.
The people picked the movie. I think there's only one of us literally upholding democracy on this podcast. And
You
it's
are the
Kron
fucking
Howard.
deep state. Listen to you.
Yeah.
No.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one who suggested, hey, why don't we throw it to the people? So
Can I just say,
revolutionary over here.
I was cool with letting the people pick. Now, Bones came along and said, hey, you can vote twice, by the way. So, I mean, that's pretty undemocratic.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to drive engagement.
And then Dan
In
just
multiple-
came in
Wait a
and
minute.
said,
So
I want to remove stuff from the list.
No, I won this election then.
No, you two are
Yeah.
crooked. You two are
No,
crooked.
I won. We should have did the Fanatic. I won.
How?
I won.
I showed you the math.
I never conceded.
Jesus Christ.
See, if you're going to say all this stuff that tears down democracy, you can't call yourself...
Guys, you're in luck. I have the plot for the Fanatic right here in front of me tonight.
I'd rather watch The Fanatic, I think, than The Hidden.
I don't watch any of these, so it's going to be the same
That's
either
cool.
way.
That's kind of interesting.
The truth is all. This didn't. Look, Big Trouble did not heal anything. It just further divided us.
It only deepened the crevice.
Do you
So,
think
Kron, I'm
the
taking
show-
it down to a 2.5.
You can't.
I could.
You do that in a review.
It's already on the list.
Do you think the show would be more entertaining if we were able to give our scores and our thoughts up front? If I came out here and I was like, oh my God, The Hidden, man, what a 4-star, blah, 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 and just praised it the whole time, would that be more fun?
No, because when we have a movie that well, I guess that wouldn't make sense. No, I don't think so.
Because we built it in a way so we could have Rate My Letterbox, but then also, like, you know,
What
the
would
fun
we
of it
argue
is to
about?
try to pepper stuff out. So, yeah, people love the arguing. What do people love about this show? They love Cajun Kron. They love Nate Hands. They love Big Trouble in Little China. Damn, dude, you got three 3 of the 5 so far.
3 of the top 3.
They love singing, and they love upon further research. So, shit.
They love us all.
Oh, and I loved him too.
Okay. Why are you here already?
We're getting him out of the way.
I'm number 1.
Cajun Kron is our...
I think it's Nate Hands. I think Nate Hands has gotten the most respect, but I feel like Cajun Kron could take Nate Hands. So
I could take that miserable sack of shit any day.
This might be a match Laundry Dan's interested in signing.
Little freak. Get me in a Hell in a Cell against Nate Hands.
Would you break him in half?
I will rip him asunder.
Cajun Kron, you showed up last week. You're still here.
What was last week? What episode are you referring to?
Big Trouble in Little China?
I was quickly booted off of that episode through a bunch of pondering, I believe.
Good movie discussion, as I like to call it.
Yes, it's not what I'm referring to.
Yeah, nothing problematic.
Have you seen The Hidden?
Who, me?
Yes.
No, I do not own a TV set.
Why did we hire this guy?
Have you ever watched
We've never hired him.
the swamp water ripple around a log? It is a thing of beauty.
Sounds meditative.
Oh, you could fall right asleep out there.
It's a fan boat. How can you sleep with a fucking fan boat going?
You turn the fan off.
Oh, good point. I'm smarter than you.
But are you like Dan, where you then play a 8 hours of a fan on your cell phone?
You got to turn off the fan boat so it stops moving, and then you turn on your little mini fan.
I think I'm just leaving the fan on.
Okay. I thought you were going to say you leave the fan boat fan on, but then you turn on another fan facing the opposite way, so it keeps you.
You guys know my number
moving.
one played track on Spotify this year.
It's the 8 hour. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Why do you not just buy a box fan and let it spin?
Take a fucking fan. I'm not. No, that's like when I hit 45, I'll start traveling with a fan.
You think you'll have room? Because we're all going to have fucking sleep apnea machines, CPAPs with us when we travel too.
I think Danny Duck already takes one, right?
I think Nettie or Yeti needs to get in that business, like a half cooler, half CPAP.
Fuck yeah, dude. This should be badass. And I can also give you your diabetes shot, too.
Cajun Kron, you got the apnea?
Who, me?
What about diabetes?
No, I have none of that.
You don't got the sugar?
My body is a machine.
Yeah.
He's tougher than a $2 steak,
good.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
Gator meat's good for you, man.
Oh, gator meat is full of minerals.
Lean.
No nitrates.
No. It's like steak, but it's a fish animal. You understand? Imagine the protein of a steak that's full of omega-3s and
What's
good fats.
What's the mercury situation?
Oh,
though?
it is very hot. Oh, my fucking teeth are falling out from the mercury. My fucking skin is melting.
Is that why your head blows up when it gets hotter than 100 degrees?
That amongst other things.
Swells up like thunder in Big Trouble?
Mm-hmm.
We're not here to talk about Big Trouble.
Oh, etouffee bones, etouffee day.
Etouffee, Cajun.
Etouffee, Cajun Kron. Thanks for coming in. Gentlemen, are we ready to get into 1987's The Hidden?
We have to.
We got to. It's the only through line. That's why everybody's here. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, The Hidden from 1987, directed by Jack Shoulder. We start with a New Line Cinema logo. We start with some closed-circuit security footage here from a bank. With people doing their normal daily banking business. We get a man. He steps into the frame. He stands there for a few seconds. Well, more than a few seconds. We see some guards. They come out. This guy just starts opening fire. Hits the two security guards, takes the bags of cash. He starts to walk away, looks directly up at the security camera, smiles, and shoots it.
Now, this is all in one shot. And I know a guy who loves security cam footage, but normally it's a little bit more dynamic. What do you think he would say about it just being sort of a static shot? Seems sort of lazy, right?
I guess that's realistic for actual security cameras.
That's true, but you'd think, I like a little bit of camera in camera,
No, I want to see.
There he is.
I want to see the new Scorsese right now. Tell him I'm not waiting.
Whoa, there's a new Scorsese?
Mm-hmm.
Like a little one?
Flowers of Something Moon, was that coming out?
Oh, a movie. I thought we meant like a new human Scorsese.
Oh, shit. Like a copy?
Get him on the line.
Yeah. Or like a little...
It seems like an MCU sort of thing, Like if he's cloning himself.
Rat fucks.
Rat fucks. I was thinking about you.
I've been... Brian De Palma here. It's me.
Yeah,
who else?
No.
It's me, Brian.
We could see you. You don't have to...
I've been trying to get in for like 3 weeks. Where were you last week? I've been trying to get in last week.
We were on a trip, man. We were off grid.
Oh, you idiots see each other in person?
Yeah. The only time we connected to the internet was to watch WWE classic Hell in a Cell matches.
I don't know what that is. Did you kiss each other?
We talked about it.
I did when Bones fell asleep.
Oh, okay. Well, every time I spun the bottle, it always went in between one of us, so we could never decide.
Classic.
Also, BDP, I think you would know what it was like to see people in person if you ever got that Weinstein picture off the ground.
Look, I've determined that maybe that's not the correct way to go here with that one.
Oh, you don't think a news story from, I don't know, 7 years ago is still relevant?
I mean, how terrible did he look with his walker? That had to be a stunt, right? He's guilty, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I think he's one of the ones that I feel comfortable.
I also think
Now I know how to finish this thing.
By judge and jury, he is guilty.
Yeah. He went to jail and is in jail. He's just I don't know. It's not something I need to follow. He's a piece of shit. Who cares?
Maybe I should have him executed at the end of the movie.
Why don't you do a movie about Tucker Carlson? Because I want to know what's in this dossier.
I don't keep up with the currents.
Oh, your parents also don't watch him every night?
My parents died years ago. Holy mackerel.
No, I
didn't know this was going to be a fucking
old
therapy session over here. Jesus. Anyway, what did you call me here for?
This static security camera shot. Did you?
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, shit. All right.
BP likes it.
You got to respect it.
Actually shot on a camcorder. And then they filmed the camcorder, so it's double.
Okay. Well then,
like a real carpenter kind of thing.
Yeah, that qualifies.
It's like a body double, but with cameras. That's my movie, Body Double.
They both work, Kron.
I was making a joke.
Yeah, you made a movie called Body Double. It's okay.
What did Mustache say?
He said it's like a Carpenter thing because Carpenter did that in Prince of Darkness, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Johnny Scary Sticks.
Movie.
Johnny Scary Sticks.
Okay.
That's what I call Cop.
Were you afraid of his legs? I don't know.
He just makes the scaries. He makes the scary movies, Kron. Have you
seen
any of his movies?
Oh, yeah, he does smoke.
Big Warriors fan, too. I hear.
Seems right up his alley.
Yeah, California. We're sports out here.
Do you think you made the Warriors?
Who?
You.
Johnny Scary Sticks.
No, Walter here made them.
Okay. I just got to
He's a
check
great
you every
guy.
once in a while, make sure the brain's still...
Those were the best 2 movies you guys did. The
Okay.
Walter Hills.
Well, thanks for...
We've covered your movies.
Nah, I don't like to talk about my own work here. You know
Oh,
that.
yeah. Don't want to toot your own horn.
Nah, I don't want to, plug in my own security footage. Sorry, I had 2 glasses of wine. I was meeting with some people.
You have one of those comically big wine glasses, though, that holds a whole bottle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says director on it. It's pretty good.
Oh, that's fucking
It's like
hysterical.
it's like a bottle cap you put on the top of the bottle that has a wine glass thing on the top. Yeah.
No, once a bottle of wine's open, there's no cap going on it.
What are you, my wife?
BDP gets it, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean... I'm
Shit'll
old,
turn to
guys. What do
vinegar.
What do you think? Anyway, I love this movie. A lot of people never heard of it. It's good. It's got the guy from... what's that David Lynchy guy everybody loves?
Twin Peaks.
They pretend to love him, but they don't really love him. They just say they love him because they don't get it.
It's like Arcade Fire.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know who the fuck that is. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. Taylor Swift's on the phone. I gotta go.
Oh, I heard she's going to play Weinstein.
Wait for her to challenge herself, dude.
What happened? I had to pee.
That's how you grow. BDP came by, said that he actually likes this opening shot.
Oh, of the
Yeah,
double
and he-
security cameras?
Yeah, he told us that it was filmed through a video camera. Within a camera.
Yeah. That is a true statement from Mr. De Palma there. Yeah, we cut to full color as we go outside of the bank here. A security guard tries to stop our vigilante here, and he fires at him, but he fires right back with that shotgun. And he's more
Do you think this guy's a vigilante?
Maybe. You haven't seen the whole movie yet.
What were you going to say, Kron?
Security guard is a terrible shot. He's like 5 feet away. Misses him.
I thought he hit him.
I don't think he hit him.
I'm not sure. I have to go back. Check the tapes. Bones.
I thought he hit him too.
He fires back, hits the security guard. He heads over to his Ferrari and puts on some sweet-ass 1980s heavy metal and takes off, gentlemen. The chase is on. He's shifting and speeding through traffic here. Some construction zones. The cops are in hot pursuit. They try to block him in. He rips through these guys pretty quick. Takes a quick ride into a local art show that's going on. Last week we did Alligator. I believe this is the same
Yep.
place that they filmed Alligator and Alligator 2. Very recognizable.
Also, I think the street that the bank is on is a street highly featured at the end of Speed.
Oh, never seen it.
I think that's where the trash can sequence is.
Oh, like the part that's like minute marker 3 hours and 40 minutes in.
Is Speed that long?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit. I thought you said Heat. My bad.
I was about to say, I was like, I guess I'm never watching Speed.
Speed isn't 3 hours.
At the rate I'm going today, Kron, you could have gaslit me and I could have said, oh shit, I'm sorry. I would have believed you.
No, I think you're right. I think I misheard it.
Yeah.
Anyways, Heat's a long movie.
Yeah, but it's good.
He probably misheard the opening too, I bet.
Could be.
Could be.
Probably not. He's so smart.
Don't, no.
I'm trying to get in his good graces, man. I'm trying to be his number
For
2.
what?
I'm trying to be number 2.
He is a number 2, a piece of shit.
He's number 1 and we are fighting over this fucking scraps.
He flies through this park, avoids some more cops. They make some attempts to stop him, but of course they don't. He hits an old man in a wheelchair. Why not? Keeps moving.
Just trucks him.
Yes.
Fucking doesn't even think about braking.
If you didn't already think this guy was
pure
an
joy
asshole.
for him.
Yeah.
It's pure joy. We cut to Detective Beck showing a picture of our robber to a man. He says, yeah, that's Jack. He's a nice guy. Haven't seen him in a week or so. What did he do? Rob a bank?
Now, this guy's in summer tennis wear.
Yeah.
But his apartment says, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. So this was kind of confusing for me.
Yeah, it's what's important to that individual person. They might love tennis,
Right. So maybe he lives modestly so he can afford that country
a good tennis club
membership. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe he's like real close to going pro. He's like right on the bubble, The checks aren't coming in yet, but
he's getting there.
Yeah, a lot of people are telling him like any day now.
Mm-hmm. He's got a Andre Agassi poster.
Mm-hmm. You just need Federer to pull an ankle or something, and it's your time.
Can we name any more tennis players?
John McEnroe.
Kron?
Ashby? Isn't that a guy?
Hal Ashby's a director.
Ash? Arthur Ashe?
Andy Murray. He's British.
Venus and Serena Williams.
Oh, that's a good one. Djokovic.
Who was that hot one that dated Enrique Iglesias?
The candy now? Sharapova? Can we name any more tennis players?
Who are the ones from the famous one from the Battle of the Sexes?
I was trying to think of her too.
Billie Jean King.
There we go.
Yeah. Who did Steve Carell play?
I thought he did both roles.
Oh, the other one was Emma Stone.
I think we've named enough tennis people.
We've exhausted it. Yeah.
I've seen that movie because I think the internet went out for and it was 4 days before they could come fix it. So we were running red boxes, and that was one we got.
You were like, all right, babe, time to watch the one DVD I bought.
I do have a copy of it. Might show up on this here podcast. Another detective steps in and says that there's a high-speed pursuit going on, and they need to get on that, so they leave. Back to the chase. Two guys are moving a large piece of glass across the street.
Fucking classic setup,
like
dude.
You do.
Jack sees this. He's our villain here. And he speeds up, smashes right through it, and hits these two dudes. So that's 3 people he's already hit within a span of 3 minutes.
And one comically large pane of glass.
Yeah, it's probably more expensive than those people.
Jack continues his joyride here. We cut to a blockade of police. They're loaded up with shotguns. They're waiting on Jack to come through. Detective Beck and Willis, they show up. They see the Ferrari speeding towards them. The cops begin to open fire on the vehicle. Jack takes a few hits with the shotguns, but is able to slam the Ferrari into the blockade of cop cars. He kind of swerves off over and hits a embankment or whatever, gets out of the Ferrari, walks up towards the cops, smiles, and they start opening fire, and they blow up the Ferrari. We're at the hospital now.
It's a pretty good opening. Pretty
Stellar.
It's one of those openings where it's like, well, the rest of the movie can't live up to this. It's pretty good.
100%.
Was that your thought at the moment, or is that your thought at the end of this movie?
No, I think I thought, if the rest of the movie is equal to this 9 minutes, this is going to be a great, great time.
All right.
I had the same thought because there's a slight dip, and then you get something in the next 10 minutes that I was like, holy shit, if you can do this, we're fucking on track.
So right now, at this moment, when you're watching this, number one movie.
No.
No? Like Dan got it
No.
in the podcast.
It's not as good as the Unhinged opening.
Or the Big Trouble opening.
We'd never covered that movie, Kron. Back at the hospital now. Our detectives are there. They're getting the details on Jack's condition. The doctor says he probably won't make it through the night. The detective says, good. The doctor says no one deserves to die this way. Willis turns around and explains to the doctor that Jack's killed 12 people. He's wounded 23 more, stole 6 cars, most of them Ferraris, robbed 8 banks, 6 supermarkets, a jewelry store, and a candy shop. 6 he killed with a butcher knife, 2 of them being children. So yeah, if there's anybody that deserves to die that way, it's probably him.
Sounds like this guy's trying to close a lot of cases in one fell swoop to me.
Yeah, they're combining all these cold cases together.
Yeah. What's everything that's open?
Shit, how long have we been on that one?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I bet
throw it in.
Jeff Fahey could change him.
No, he'd show up and be like, I'm a terrible psychiatrist. I suck at this.
My arm is acting weird.
Mm-hmm. I got a bad guy's arm. Ooh.
It keeps putting
I'm a bad guy now.
I got to write with my right hand instead of my left because it keeps spelling out bad words.
I don't want to smoke and drink all day. My right hand does it. I can't control it.
Check out our episode on body parts.
I want to slap my kid around on my terms.
He came home the other day reeking of pot, and it shook its hand. He shook his hand instead of slapping him.
I've not been feeling up sluts behind the grocery store. It's my hand, baby.
It's the hand.
That ain't me. You know that's not me.
His wife comes out. She's like, I haven't had this good of a time since we were in fucking college.
His wife did enjoy the new hand.
Yeah, 100%.
That's in the movie.
You think if you got another arm and that night you were like, hey, baby, she would be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, right. She'd be like, that's not even your fucking hand. Hell no.
Yeah, I think you'd have better luck with the vibration scenario than the criminal transplant.
That's a good category.
Yeah.
What was the name of it?
Nate Hands or Feet.
Check it out. We did vibrations,
Upgrade.
and body parts. Picked by Kron Howard himself, curated.
With a little help from my friend.
George.
Nate Hands.
Thank you, George. Back at the police station, John and Ed here are chatting. Gentleman Ed is our connection to Cuties. Cuties, this is Clue Gulager. Confirmed. He plays Ed. He is another lieutenant at the police station.
Guy's in this movie so much.
Yeah, he is.
He's also in the Tarantino movie so much.
Yeah.
Now, I could have built a category around the hidden, but I figured we had a lot of similar movies, kind of, almost, in a way.
I think that this totally works, but I don't want to hear ever again from Kron that Jade does not count for its category.
Oh, he hates both of our choices.
That is definitely more of an erotic thriller than this qualifies as a Cuties cutie, but it's fine.
You know Tarantino could go on for 45 minutes about Clue here.
100%. I guess I should, in my mind, I was thinking more of a leading role, you know?
Not clarified.
Fair. Again, I understand.
I almost asked you that one night, and I was like, if I do ask that, he'll probably say leading, and then I won't get to pick this.
It wasn't until the last act of the movie where I looked up wait, who is this guy playing? Because he's not standing out to me. And then on my rewatch, I was like, oh, that's him there. And there he is again. Okay, so he's in 3 scenes at least.
I think the reason Tarantino took him for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is because he did a lot of cowboy shows, like TV shows back in those times. So that's why he was important to, well, he's not important to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but to Tarantino, I guess, as an actor.
You think he knows any rope tricks?
Yeah. I bet he could lasso fence post. Oh, I meant like a non-moving thing, just enough to get through a shot, you know? I don't know if he could get a fucking Bronco, dude.
Yeah, he's not Keanu good. He's just 60s TV good.
Mm-hmm. He knew enough to spin it above his head.
Mm-hmm. Or how to hold his head out of frame so they knew how to cut in the actual talent.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ed is telling John here, Lieutenant Masterton, that Senator's coming into town and he needs Beck, his best guy, to help him out with this because he's got some threats. John is refusing this. He says use Willis because Beck's his best guy. And Willis has been with Beck for a year now. Give him a chance. Ed doesn't really care about this and tells him to send Beck to his office. As Ed is leaving, we got FBI agent Gallagher. He steps in and tells John that he's with the FBI. This is Kyle MacLachlan. You might know him from Twin Peaks. This was before Twin Peaks, but that's the name of the actor here, Gallagher.
He's a thin guy.
Was he in The Thin Guy?
No, he's just a thin guy. He's a little dude.
Yeah.
He's got a big personality, though.
Looks like he wears
big hair.
28 regular or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
what is Beck wearing, Kron?
Is Beck a big guy?
Beck is the detective that works with Gallagher.
How big is he?
You tell me. You're guessing fucking pant size over here.
I was guessing jacket size.
Oh. Gallagher informs him that he's been following a suspect, and
Do you know your jacket size?
Me?
Either of you?
I don't have a jacket. I don't need a jacket for anything.
I go look at a jacket that is downstairs and tell you.
Okay.
Do you know your jacket size?
I think I'm like a 46 long, 48 long, something. I know I got a big ass neck. Last time I got a fucking Corey Taylor neck.
I'm trying to remember my wedding, but I don't. I know welcome. I got measured for my cousin's wedding, but I don't remember.
I wasn't at that one. I can't help you. Well, that killed the show. Let's
did
move
heroin.
On.
I was wanting Kron to start guessing.
Your cousin did heroin at his wedding?
We did heroin at my wedding. Remember that?
Oh, okay.
Why do they make suit pants so long?
Better to make them long and have them hemmed up than.
Why don't they just make different lengths of suit pants? They all come in like length 50.
Everybody's different,
stick,
bro.
Dude, it's just it makes you feel like, oh, cool, these are handmade for me.
It didn't charge you more money. Made me feel like a little kid, dude.
So you could charge you more money.
And it depends, because you might also, depending on the size of the shoe you're wearing, you know? When I got married, I wore boots because we hiked. So I wore my boots in so she could hem it to the boot. Some people get married barefoot on the beach. So maybe they take it up a little taller. Maybe they want to taper.
We got married in a fever.
I want to put on my suit pants and you can see a little ankle and people are
Hotter
like,
than a pepper sprout.
he must still be growing.
We've
been
talking
going
about
down Jackson. Ever since the fire went out, I'm going to Jackson. I'm going to mess around.
At it.
Come on out here, Johnny.
Kron, are you still growing?
I like that Florence and Josh Homme version.
I'm still growing.
Here comes a big wiener joke, people. Just
It takes him 2 hours to get a boner.
no, it does not.
It's
He's a one pump chump, dude.
One pump chump.
one pump jump.
Oh, wait, I think it's one hump chump.
Yeah, but it worked for.
It's multiple pumps, but they all
No,
add
dude,
up
you
to
just
one
called
hump.
yourself a one pump chump, dude.
One hump chump.
We cut to John here. He's dropping off Gallagher at Beck's desk. Beck says he's got a lot going on, but Gallagher says he can't refuse to help him because he's FBI. Beck asks who we're looking for. Public enemy number one. Gallagher shows him a picture. Shows a picture of Jack, our guy that robbed the bank, to Beck. Beck says he's in the hospital and he probably won't make it through the night. He says what hospital. Gallagher takes off to go check it out. Back at the hospital, Jack sits up. He pulls out all his tubes and wires here. Goes over to the patient next to him. Opens his mouth. And out comes a giant black snail-looking creature. Very slimy. Pretty disgusting. Pretty large. It's pretty big. Pretty big.
I think that adds to the intensity of it.
Look kind of average to me.
He can't be stopped, folks.
I mean, it sounds like Kron can take a pretty big pipe in his mouth.
What's
It
that?
didn't-
No,
I didn't,
no.
Yeah, it did. That's how I took it.
Got his ass, dude.
I think the size of the thing coming out, like I said, it adds to how horrific it is.
I watched it
Because you're
again
like,
today.
that's just going
and
to
I
be
was-
even more painful going in and out.
I watched it again today, and I was like, it's almost goes on too long. And then, like, the very last, like, shit, he's like, I
Yeah.
was like, ah.
It has like a membrane look to it as it's coming out, and which is kind of gross. And then, like you said, it's whatever it connects with, all the tentacles and shit at the rear of it are pretty cool. It looks like Bishop's insides.
You guys think this is a Jason Goes to Hell prequel?
Well, this goes in via mouth and not ass, right?
It's true.
I think
Or
that
does
worm goes
the
in.
Jason worm go in both?
I think it goes in both, because doesn't the cop get it in the mouth?
The coroner?
The guy who he shaves. He shaves a guy's mustache off.
Oh,
so
that's
he can,
yeah. That's how he passes it along.
That's why it's a good prequel, because when you get to part 2, they've also developed going in the ass.
No, this thing's way bigger.
They got a whole new bag of tricks, dude.
That's the next step, baby. Going in the ass.
I think the hidden worm could definitely kill the Jason worm. I'm betting on the hidden.
Man, fuck you.
But we never see the hidden worm on its own. The Jason worm, at least, is like we see it survive kind of moving around, right?
I think Kron has the Jason worm in him. He has it since we did that episode.
Thank God he didn't give it to us over the weekend.
I did.
Shit. You did admit to kissing me in my sleep.
That's true.
To give you the worm.
All right, this fucking thing comes out of this dude's mouth and it slides into the other guy's mouth.
You're lucky
And
you're
now
not Dan. He got it in
not
the
a
other
worm.
hole.
You went mouth to ass?
Mm-hmm.
It's a real human centipede down there. It slides into this patient's mouth, and Jack falls to the floor dead. We cut to the other patient. We cut to the other patient, and we got a doctor trying to revive him with some shockers. What are those called?
The paddles?
Yeah.
Defibrillator?
Yeah.
Is it a defibrillator?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good pull, Kron.
Shockers. But it reverses on him, and the doctor gets shocked instead. The patient opens his eyes and sits up. We got a whole group of doctors here to trying to figure out what's happening with Gallagher and what's happening with the other patient. Or not Gallagher, but Jack. And what happened with the other patient. We got Gallagher showing up, shows him his badge, tells him what's going on. We cut to one of the doctors explaining to Gallagher that Mr. Miller, that's our guy who has received this alien. Yes, it is an alien. And he was there because he had a massive heart attack, but he's probably not the guy you're looking for because he's a very honest man. I don't believe it. How are we feeling so far about this, guys?
It's good. I'm going to be honest. I don't remember any of these people's names, so
You don't have
when
to
you say
cry.
Gallagher or Jack, I'm just like, all right, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, start using FBI, cop, bad guy,
That'll work.
alien. Yeah.
These notes are written.
Dumb
and
it
that's how
down.
you're getting them.
Mhm.
Miller, who is our new alien.
Oh, he's so good.
If I had to recast this right now, it would be John Hamm. Can you imagine John Hamm doing this fucking shit?
It's exactly
great.
what I was going to say. This guy
Really?
looks like Old John Hamm. Yeah. They got like the same jawline or something.
Yeah. Fucking Kron, dude. We're on the same page.
It's like we share an assworm
An
or
assworm.
something. But yeah, this guy's awesome.
Assworm.
He could play Old John Hamm. Should have brought him in for the finale of Mad Men.
That's what I say in my house when we've had ham for dinner. And they're like, what are we having for dinner? And I'm like, leftover Old John Hamm. No?
Yeah.
I guess.
It is split your ends, but I guess
I don't eat ham.
I don't John my ham.
I've never ate a guy named John.
I usually just glaze it or,
We cut to Miller. He's at the record store here, stealing all kinds of fucking tapes. The clerk, he starts a fight with Miller for stealing. He grabs a
Poster
I
tube.
I don't even know.
It's
what
got
it
no
was.
weight to it.
No. I guess it's supposed to be like a pipe or something. But Miller quickly grabs it out of his hand and beats the hell out of him with it. Miller steals the money from the cash register and a boombox and walks out blaring some heavy metal on the blue blocks boombox as he strolls out of there.
Why do these aliens like music or fast cars or know we need money?
You got a fast car. At it. I mean, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Everything's better with music, Kron.
Yeah, but to an alien, they could just want to listen to like metal scraping together or something. I don't know what they're into.
That sounds terrible, dude.
Yeah, but it might sound good to an alien.
I last night got on to Tom DeLonge's Instagram. And I was like, oh, I need to look up these books. And then I was like, no, I shouldn't.
His books?
Yeah, dude.
Because
He's
you
like
want to
super into
believe.
aliens.
Yeah, I knew that. I guess I just didn't know that someone had ghostwritten a book under Tom DeLonge's name.
He seems like a capable guy that he could write a book.
He seems
I
like
mean,
a capable guy who could write a song called like Piss Ditch or something. I mean,
And turn it into $1 million.
And it'll make me cry.
And that's what he did.
He's talking about teen suicide with Piss Ditch.
where are you? In the ditch where we piss. Where are you?
Now pass your ass worm with a kiss.
I think DitchPiss might be a better band name than Skittle Piss.
I don't know. I think we should sponsor a Skittle Piss. We never exhausted that.
Have them open when we go on tour.
Do this every night live. Just can't wait. Gallagher shows back up to the police station
Riveting.
to tell Beck that Miller is the new guy that they're looking for now. And that Jack is dead. Well, Beck informs him that Jack is dead. Beck runs Miller through the system and finds that he just has an unpaid parking ticket. And so he doesn't really believe Gallagher here.
At what point did you guys figure out Gallagher's twist?
Not until the dinner.
Wow.
I'd say the dinner is like the dead giveaway. Cause
For sure.
He's like, what's with your daughter? Or some weird shit.
I was just getting so goddamn frustrated with how vague he was being.
Mm-hmm.
Like the continual, like, are you ready to get started? Are you ready to get started? Like the
Yeah, I think
no follow up. I could see why Beck was getting frustrated.
I think I wrote pretty high up in my notes, does FBI guy have the same slug in him? So I had my suspicions at least.
Okay.
There's a few moments, but yeah, I didn't fully okay, accept it, I guess. Till then. But we'll
Oh
get there.
God, no! Please, no! I
turned
can't
it off.
accept it.
Dan, you can
Turn it
wait
off.
right up until you're about to die and then accept it, and you'll be okay.
Yeah, that's how all those
Like-
petter asses get in.
Mm-hmm. Them's the rules.
That's how it goes. Some folks may tell you, no, it's not. That's the loop, baby. You heard it here.
And we're gonna close that loop.
We're going straight to hell for this, Kron. We'll have 586 episodes. That's 586 reasons for us to go straight to hell.
Yeah.
Now you know where we're stopping.
I think we can say whatever we want on this record because nobody's made it this far.
Our friends have. Just then, Beck gets informed that there's another body at the record store. Beck shows up at the record store. There's a witness to the crime. Gallagher's already there talking with her. Beck tells Gallagher that his man's dead, so what the fuck are you still doing here? You don't need to be here anymore.
Good blocking on this. It's kind of in a oneer. They use the link to the record shop. Like, as soon as he comes in, you can hear Gallagher sort of in the background. I liked it.
Back at the police station, Beck gets a sketch of the man that caused the crime, Miller there, from the witness. Takes a picture. Gallagher comes in, shows Beck, or he shows back up. Beck gives him the sketch. He's looking at the sketch of from the witness, and says maybe Miller is the man that we're looking for. He's like, he shows him the picture. Gallagher has a picture of Miller from the hospital. Beck grills Gallagher about the information about the case. He says he knows more than he knows more than he thinks, and he needs to help him so they can solve it. Gallagher explains that their man is always changing identity. That's why you don't have any information on him. So you don't know until it's happening. Gallagher gives 2 more names from back in the Pacific Northwest where he is, of where this has happened. Gallagher says Miller is the closest he's going to get to his chance. They both hop into Gallagher's, I believe it's a 928 Porsche for you more classier folks on this podcast. And they take off.
Poorish.
What's Porsche? Miller is enjoying a meal at the diner here while blasting his music. A newscast catches his attention about the senator that has come to town.
I hope you don't mind.
We do mind, sir.
So what he's blasting on that radio?
I think they minded more when he farted. Oh,
I think that was hat on a hat. You know, it's like that's too much, sir.
We'll take the music.
I do like Miller fucking air drumming with his utensils. Like he just.
Why would he eat though? Because we get the other scene of Gallagher.
Well, you got to fuel the body, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like putting gas in a Porsche, chef.
Porsche.
You still need that bag of meat that your slug needs to live in.
I guess the human still needs it, yeah, I guess. Miller's got some indigestion here. He's farting and burping and shit. Just then a Ferrari zooms past.
Whoa, he shits in the
takes
scene?
off. Yeah. There's a little stain when he got up to run.
Damn.
Is that so? He goes in the mouth, right? So he goes down the throat. So is the alien riding in the stomach? So when the alien takes a shit,
is it coming
like
out?
does it add to the body shit, or does it go in and kind of rip through the esophagus or something? And I need to know more about what's causing the indigestion, you know. And how does he know what food to order?
Maybe there was pictures and he just pointed at them.
Okay.
I want that.
I want eggs over my hammy. Which at my house, we call eggs over my John Hammy. We crack up.
Oh, shit. You guys John your ham before you serve it?
That's a long process.
It's days of preparation.
Beck and Gallagher, they pull up to the record store where the murder took place. Gallagher asks for some
Did I say
location
eggs over my
information.
hammy and it's moons over my hammy?
You're good. You're fine. Nobody's listening.
Thank God.
Yeah, all these are
You don't have to
warm-ups.
edit that one out.
All these
You
are
want us to
warm-ups.
give-
We're going to re-record this tomorrow.
Yeah. When our real podcast starts, dude, we're going to be so prepared.
Do you want us to give you a moment here so you can say moons and edit that in?
No, I'm not. This one's going out as is.
Okay.
We love eating moons over.
Moons.
Season 2, just a few months away, people.
Just another year and a half.
Yeah.
We've almost got all the kinks worked out.
Yeah. It's going to be like The Office or Parks and Rec. You know what? We're going to...
Really pick up steam.
First season's going to be off, but it's really going to pick up.
Gallagher asks for some location information regarding the hospital and the record store. Beck gets pissed and tells Gallagher to let him in on the information that he has. Gallagher says Jack was at the hospital to see Miller. Beck doesn't think this information is very informative. Beck is irritated and asks why the guy who would kill for $100 in a radio. Galler explains that he likes it. If he sees something, he wants it. He steals it. If he gets in his way, he kills it. And right now, he's hiding in your city. Beck says you're confusing the two guys. We cut back to...
I was sort of confused on the first watch because the doctor says that Miller is there totally independent of DeBreeze. And then Gallagher connects the two. It wasn't until the rewatch that I figured out that he's just lying to Beck here, which I understand, but he could also just have been a little bit more open and he could say, listen, DeBreeze, good guy, goes fucking nuts for 2 weeks, whatever. You take him down. He's in a room with another guy, and now this guy is running amok. So there is a connection. Like, why isn't that enough for you to just trust me and try to track this guy down? It's very frustrating. Like,
he tells them that they're changing identity, and I think Beck is thinking paperwork-wise, maybe, I guess. Not actual, well, not an alien, but...
I don't want to do all this paperwork.
Yeah, but
I'm grabbing the guy's social security card, you know?
Just appeal to his instincts that this just seems fishy. Like, you yourself admit that his record indicates that he shouldn't be doing all of this, right?
Yeah.
And after a hospital stay with this guy, he's now acting weird. So...
I mean, to Beck's credit,
ball.
He does say you know more about what's going on than what you're letting off.
100%. 100%. It's not until later in the movie that I really hate Beck. It's more my frustration with Gallagher. Not a fan of Beck.
All this paperwork. I only took this job to get off the sewer job.
Yeah.
Fucking stinks down there.
He's doing the Kron method.
I was tired of picking up all those arms from that crocodile.
Yeah.
Or alligator. We cut to Miller. He's found the Ferrari dealership.
Did you know alligators are just dinosaurs?
And dinosaurs are just gasoline, baby.
To fuel your Porsches.
My Porsche.
It's Porsche. Miller has found the Ferrari dealership. He sees a guy test driving one. As they pull in, he goes over and says, I want this car. The two guys are like, or one of the guys like, I bet you do, dear. That's the dealer. That's pretty funny. They go in to talk some business. Miller tries to get into the car. The car dealer tells Big Eddie here to go out and take care of the guy. Miller's already sitting in the car. Big Eddie comes out and escorts Miller out of the car and shoves him off the property. Miller and Big Eddie, they get into a fight here. Miller just straight up shoots Eddie in the side. We cut to the car dealer and the customer. They're snorting some cocaine in his office doing the paperwork.
That's what you get.
That's customer service.
When you get to that level, dude, you're buying fucking Ferraris cash. This is the kind of treatment you're going to get.
I mean, he should have been getting a BJ from, whoever he wanted to get a BJ from.
I don't know if you can...
What, just
if you're doing cocaine.
If he's got coke dick, I don't know if he can finish in the time dealer's processing the paperwork. Well, this is pre-computer, so maybe he's got time. This guy's having to handwrite all this shit.
Yeah, it'd suck.
He's got to get that thing for his credit card that
copies it.
Pushes it into like carbon paper.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta love tech, bro.
And then they got to print out that sandwich banner.
Takes forever.
Mm-hmm.
Miller shows back up and tells the guys that he wants the car. He's yelling this through the door. The guy opens the door up. Eddie falls in. The dealer finally gives Miller the keys to the Ferrari. Thank you. Bye. And he shoots both of these dudes. Gets in the car and peels out of this dealership. Starts jamming and cruising, baby.
The dealer should have been thrilled. You could get a bidding war going on this vehicle.
Yeah, he should have really used this to his advantage.
I don't know. Which of these two dudes would you rather do coke with, though, in your office?
Both?
I don't know. Miller's not giving good coke vibe.
I mean, if Miller's brought his own Coke, yeah, let's get him in there.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll talk. Back in Gallagher and some of the other cops, they're investigating the dealership murders. They're going over the car information, and Gallagher says that Miller took the Ferrari because he likes Ferraris. Miller cruises through some shopping districts there and tries to pick up some chicks, but they tell him to fuck off. He wants to shoot him.
That was my note. He nearly shoots these women.
Yeah, but instead he checks his wallet and some cards fall out, and then he takes off to these locations. Now, was this jacket the guy that was doing cocaine with the car dealer?
I think so, right? Because it's his import shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was a little confused on the first watch whenever I was like, why the fuck would he come here? But
I was a little confused on the why he's trying to pick up women sort of thing.
Past the
he
worm.
saw another
I
guy.
think they answer it later when he's feeling up the statue. I think his desire was like, let me try out a female. But
we cut to Beck and
drop, huh?
Kron, did you get it?
What? Yeah, let me.
You got it.
What?
Put it out. There it is. We cut back to Beck and Gallagher driving. Beck is venting about the case. Gallagher goes into some I can read minds bullshit. They're going back and forth. And says that Beck is pretty easy to read. But as this is happening, we see a yellow hit. What? Oh, a yellow light. Jesus Christ. The light changes yellow and Gallagher hits the clutch and speeds up to avoid the red light with some aggressive driving, which Beck notices is kind of weird. That must be another clue that, like, oh, there's some crazy driving going on. Maybe there's something up with Gallagher. Beck asks Gallagher if there's something going on between him and the two killers. Gallagher says that his partner was killed and it's personal. Beck says he's surprised that the FBI would let him stay on the case if it was personal. But he understands because it's a cop thing and we're going to get Miller. We cut to Miller. He's busting into this guy's... Is it a antique shop or what the fuck is it?
It's the generic import front.
He is mob, I
arts
think.
and collectibles.
He starts to play a record. It's country music. He destroys it. He opens up a closet to find a shit ton of weapons. He also looks at himself in the mirror. He starts getting sick. He hits the floor.
It's a real
tentacle.
It's a real Chekhov's arsenal when he throws that door open.
There's a shitload of weapons in there.
What's more egregious, this or the Chekhov's flamethrower?
There's a flamethrower in this movie? A tentacle comes popping through old Miller's arm here, but he just tapes it up. Everything's cool. We cut back to Beck. He's running some information through the computer on Mr. Buckley. He turns out to be an arms dealer. That was the guy that was trying to buy the Ferrari. Officer Sanchez brings in a flamethrower.
Arms dealer? What is he, the doctor from Body Parts?
It's good work. It's good work, Bones.
Thank you.
I liked it. What is he, part of the 5D Army?
Hell yeah.
They kind of all turn around like, where the fuck did you get that? Oh, some cop took it off of some hoodlums or some shit, he says. Beck's wife calls and asks how he is. He invites Gallagher over for dinner at his place. We get a very quick cut to them showing up at Beck's place for dinner. Gallagher takes a look around Beck's home. Gallagher notices pictures of Beck's daughter and has a strange reaction in the mirror. He has the same reaction that Miller had at the when he finds the guns there, which gives you another clue. Beck visits the family in the kids' room. Gallagher standing in the doorway. He's staring down Beck's daughter and kind of smiles at her. We cut back to Miller cruising for more chicks. Gallagher has a strange dinner conversation with Beck and his wife. So we cut back to them. She asks him where he's from. He points to the sky. And he tells, I believe he uses his, the name of his planet or whatever here. And she's like, is that even in the United States?
Bleep blorp.
A Mork and Mindy situation here. He tells the wife that their daughter is very special. Beck asks about Gallagher's family, and he reveals that his daughter and wife were killed by the same man that killed his partner.
This is where they really start laying it on thick that this guy's an alien or something, because he's just like, you like your daughter? The guy's like, yeah, idiot.
Don't FBI agents love their daughters?
Did what's her name? Is it Sterling?
Starling?
Starling have a daughter?
I don't think so. I think it's just her.
Maybe I'm thinking of Panic Room.
Dr. Lecter.
Dr. Lecter. Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo.
We cut to Miller. He's at a strip club. This is also one of the cards that fell out of the wallet.
It's the harem room. Don't look it up, guys. It's not real.
Kron, are you sure?
I don't know.
He's sitting at the bar. His arms fucking just bleeding all over the bar. And he's just kind of jamming to the music, having a fucking drink. He's got a shit ton of weapons in a fucking bag next to him on the floor. The bartender asks if he's okay. I'm fine. He starts to fart and shit.
Bartender is Jack McGee.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's he from?
Rescue Me, Lethal Weapon, bunch of shit.
Has he ever been on a 5-Day Rentals movie?
Maybe.
Miller here, he sees a stripper that he really likes. She's going off. She takes she's got a money thong on.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
She needs to make change.
I only got a 5. Give me 4 back.
No, give me my change. Come on, guys. Outside the bar, the cops locate the missing Ferrari.
You won't believe where she keeps the quarters.
They find the missing Ferrari. They call it back into Beck. He wakes up Gallagher, who was sleeping at Beck's. He tells him, as a friend, maybe he should stay away from alcohol.
How much do you think he drank? We only see him have like 1 beer.
Half a beer, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was like something they cut out of him just getting fucking slammed. He gives him some aspirin too, and he seems to be really interested in that. That's when they're really laying it thick with the alien thing.
Oh, doesn't he give him Alka-Seltzer here? And he just like eats one? The guy's like, you gotta put that shit in water, dude.
Yeah. Back at the strip club, Miller locates a stripper that he was staring down. She's in her dressing room. She tells him to get out. He grabs her. We cut to the police. They're watching the door of the strip club, and out walks the stripper with a duffel bag, and she's got a beautiful thong on.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. The woman walks up to the Ferrari. You can kind of hear in the background that the police are like, hey, please stay away from that Ferrari. We got two pervert guys. They approach the stripper. They're like, hey, let's hang out. He's like, you're Brenda, aren't you? And he says, I got a car. Let's go see my car. So they walk that way.
Some nice subtle tongue action when he mentions the car. If you notice, like, Alien kind of gets a little excited. I noticed on the rewatch, he says it and it's like a little subtle, like half little Joker tongue of excitement.
Well, he does have a Lamborghini jacket on, so
Yeah, but he doesn't have a Lamborghini. Like whenever.
no, he does not. But we'll find that out, Kron, when we come back. Welcome back, everybody, to The Hidden from 1987. We're currently in the middle of it. We found out that Kron Howard is a one-pump chump. We've talked about... No, one pump, bro. Pump it up. We did create a Blink-182 style song with our band called DitchPiss. Soon the record will be out, so take a look at that. And we're also going through 1987's The Hidden, which is about an alien that likes to drive Ferraris and rob and kill people. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're glad you joined us. Join the Discord. Rate and review us, please. Guys, anything else? Kron Howard and Bones are both on Horror Drafts. Check that out.
Yeah, that should be out when this comes out.
Yeah, check out Best Little Horror House in Philly's Patreon page. We're on the Resident Evil 4 remake episode with Greg from Weekly Podcast Massacre. Check that show out too.
Yeah, we're out there so much that you could open any number of podcasts and say, I don't want to listen to this one with these guys on it.
I think we've saturated the market.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we're pretty cool, dudes. We're pretty cool.
I think we're nice.
We're like
I think people would say we're nice.
We're like the Funko Pops of podcasting.
Yeah.
Where's that money?
Who are these for?
Why are there so many of them?
Never seen this one, but I gotta have them. Back at the strip club, gentlemen, Beck and Gallagher investigate the crime scene that happened in the dressing room. Miller is dead on the floor. That was my best Jeselnik. Miller is dead on the floor. No. Miller is dead on the floor. And I told her, I don't believe in Jesus.
Now, Miller, he's dead on the floor. It's tough. That's a tough one to do.
Yeah. And I told her that my mother doesn't even own a Buick. Yeah. Beck makes Gallagher take some more aspirin. We cut to the perverts. The
drops in water like the Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah. Aspirin, Alka-Seltzer is the same fucking thing.
Fucking moron.
Isn't it the same thing?
No.
Now here's the thing. If the alien is in the stomach and it drinks that Alka-Seltzer, it's going to get like all covered in fucking fuzzies.
Mm-hmm.
You think that feels good?
Yeah, I love being covered in fuzzies.
Yeah,
That's what I try to do every week when I do this show.
Maybe it's hanging out lower than the stomach.
Yeah. But is it absorbing the effects of the Alka-Seltzer? Because we had talked about, like, it's eating so it can fuel the body, but is it also getting nutrient from that? Like,
well, maybe it's so he won't throw up and throw it up out of him.
That would have been kind of cool if we got like a hiccup and we saw a little thing kind of come out.
Now, Dan, do you think Alka-Seltzer and aspirin are the same product?
Yes, I do.
Alka-Seltzer's for like indigestion, and it's like a disc that you dissolve in water.
Can't you dissolve fucking headache medicine in water too?
Is that how you take aspirin?
I don't take aspirin. I take ibuprofen. It's better for you.
I can't swallow pills.
No, I swallow pills.
Your wife has to hide it in a piece of a hot dog. And
I mean, if that's not how you take pills, then I don't.
I put it in peanut butter and lick the spoon.
And then you yarf it up.
Some idiot left 1/8 of a hot dog on the floor.
I could be like my dog and eat around the fucking pill.
Kron, I gave you that peanut butter hours ago. Why is the spoon still disgusting in the fucking sink? You know, lick it all out?
Damn.
There's one down there from this morning.
Deep
right
pool.
We'll stop right now so you can go clean it.
That's how I live, baby.
You're like, watch this mayhem I'm bringing to this house.
Most people live paycheck to paycheck. Kron lives fucking peanut butter spoon to peanut butter spoon.
Oh, you know that peanut butter spoon is pure silver, too. I mean...
Dude, how many times has she came in and thrown the spoon at him during the show?
0.
A lot.
0.
A lot. She starts tonight. We cut to the stripper and the pervert here. The car's rockin', don't come a knockin'. Her name's Brenda, and they're going to Pound Town, guys, but he's gonna die because she fucks him to death and then takes his car.
I could think of a lot of worse ways to go.
Isn't that how every marriage goes?
I think you hope.
Yeah. What better way to die, dude?
She takes your car, though, dude. Like,
and then you also get the joy
You're
of
fucking dead.
Pinning your lover underneath you.
I can't tell you how true that is, Kron.
You don't need to pin anybody. You need to freely consent with each other and have a good time and be safe.
Okay, but if you die while you're on top, you've kind of only got one place to go, which is down.
Mm-hmm. And you win the Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I gotcha. Beck questions another stripper back at the club. She tells her that she's seen a guy come in and he was acting creepy, and that's all she's seen.
What's new? It's a fucking strip club.
For real. Gallagher interrupts and shows Beck a picture of Brenda and says this is who we're looking for. Beck is informed about another dead person in the parking lot. They go out to investigate the car. Beck and Gallagher review the case. Beck thinks this is getting bizarre, and he asks Gallagher if it's getting bizarre, and he agrees as well. We cut to Brenda. She drives past some cops at a high rate of speed. So naturally, they tried to pull her over for speeding. But Brenda has a different plan. She stops, gets out of the car, does a little sexy dance. And then, Battleship Brenda, bro, she pulls out a fucking gun and starts blasting these dudes.
I like when
Takes this cop car apart.
There's a part where when she first steps out and starts dancing and like rubbing her breasts together, one cop looks at the other and he's like, it's going to be one of those nights. It's like, I don't know, dude. Thin blue line.
Sign me up, baby.
Turn your body cam back on. I want to watch this later.
She blows the shit out of this cop car. They take cover. Brenda takes off. Beckett and Gallagher, they pass the cop car that's all fucked up. And they're like, well, I guess we're going the right way. The chase is on. They start shooting at each other while doing the high-speed chase here. Beck fires back, and all while doing in a high-speed chase. I already told you that. Gallagher takes a turn with his giant fucking pistol that he has, and he manages to take out one of her tires, and Brenda crashes into a mannequin shop. Kron Howard, his dream.
To crash into a mannequin shop?
Oh yeah, dude, you love the puppets. It's a good puppet work in this movie.
They're not really puppets, they're mannequins.
I don't call a mannequin a puppet.
Bones, I was setting him up to look like a loser because he would know the difference between a puppet and a mannequin.
So you're calling me a loser now?
I guess if you guys are on the same page with your puppet stuff.
I think your average person out there knows the difference between the two.
I think you're a puppet freak.
I think you're a puppet freak.
Nope, not happening. Never has, never will.
Who said let's watch a puppet movie on our in-person meetup?
You did.
Wasn't me.
Who owned the movie?
Did bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew you guys would love it.
It was pretty funny.
I don't know. I guess we didn't really talk about that. Huh? It felt like half a movie, huh? I mean, it is like it's meant to be like continued, but I'm gonna knock it for that. If they
It felt like 2 movies.
yeah,
I woke up the next day and I was like, did they make another one? And they have not.
no, I looked it up before we went to sleep because I thought, well, we'll watch this tomorrow. But Littlest Reich,
Puppet Master. Check it out.
Maybe they couldn't get S. Craig Zoller to come back. His paycheck got too big or something.
I mean, you could argue Dune did the same thing, right? Like he said, I mean, I think he kind of knew that he would get a sequel, but it was a little bit of a gamble to say, well, we're only going to shoot the first part of the book. Right?
Oh, he know he's getting a sequel.
Yeah.
Because it says right at the
I
beginning.
can't wait.
Dune Part 1.
I can't wait.
They say the footage is action-packed.
I can't wait. I'm an idiot, and I loved the first one.
But you know Alamo will release. They'll do showings of the first one.
I hope. I hope.
The whole bloody affair.
It's man. I can't wait. Me and my wife actually talked about that yesterday because I was like, hey, they fucking dropped Dune 2 footage. And she was like, do you think they'll show the first one in the theater? I was like, they gotta. She was like, I don't know if my little ears can handle it.
I think Chad and I did IMAX for that one.
I definitely regret not going, but I'm still a little iffy with the, that thing we all went through.
Depression?
George W. Bush's presidency?
AA meetings?
Herpes?
Which one is it, Bones?
That's a chicken or the egg.
What did you go
You're all listing things that I'm currently dealing with. So
bank fraud? They quickly had
butt slug
in after.
Nope.
Assworm? They quickly head in after Brenda as she crashes into
I mixed some aspirin and some water and hocked it back up so it never got to my ass.
No. You don't put aspirin in water.
No. Do you guys ever miss Dimetap?
They still sell it, don't they?
I know, but it tasted so good, and I feel like I'd have to drink the whole bottle, right, to get the proper dosage now.
It should.
What the hell is Dimetap?
What?
He'll know soon enough.
Yeah. Yeah, you will. They quickly head in after Brenda as she crashed into this mannequin factory. They fight about covering each other, which is pretty good. They make it into the store. They search through tons of mannequins. Brenda starts to fire down upon them from upstairs. The shootout starts. Beck manages to hit Brenda in the arm a few times, but it doesn't even faze this lady. This is very strange to him. Brenda heads through the door, and the detectives follow. Beck and Gallagher make a mad rush up the stairs to the roof. They move stealthily through the rooftop, but cannot locate Brenda. But just then she pops out and starts firing a fucking machine gun at him. Beck dodges some of this fire, but he does get hit in the shoulder, which pushes him over the building. But he grabs onto a pipe and holds on for dear life. Lemon. Gallagher pummels Brenda with bullets, then rushes to rescue Beck. He reloads and continues to pump bullets into her. Then all of a sudden he pulls out a strange silver gun and points it at Brenda, and she's a little freaked out. She says, "You think it's over now? But you're wrong. I'm not coming out yet." Her voice starts to get deeper as she's saying this. "I'll kill you first." And then this bitch turns around, makes a mad dash, and jumps off the building and smashes onto the ground. Beck's witnessed this whole thing, but he's shot, so he's kind of out of it. Lieutenant Masterton shows up in his station wagon and his dog Roy, for some reason. The dog runs right up to Brenda's body. She grabs it. We know what's going to happen here. Gallagher runs down to investigate the body, but the guy says she's dead. And he asks who touched the body. He says it's already moved on.
Do you think you think she went ass, like mouth to ass on the dog, or just mouth to mouth?
I'd say mouth to mouth.
Okay.
Ass to ass.
Ass to ass. I was going to say, it could maybe pass through her ass to the dog's mouth, like if it's sniffing, right?
Mm-hmm. I think it would have all been over if they walked up and it was ass to ass. They would have just shot both.
It's already done, though. They didn't catch it in time.
Oh, yeah. End of movie.
I woke up one time at my parents, my mom's dogs, who were fixed, so it was like super odd, but they had been boning through the night, and they got locked into each other, so they were kind of ass to ass. Mm-hmm. It was kind of uncomfortable. He gave me such a look of ow. So
you've been here, right, brother?
Yep.
Did you have to pull them apart?
I was like, well, let's try some cold water. And as I walked by, I was like, well, follow me. So I kind of grabbed one by the leash. They were small dogs, or by the collar. And that was enough to kind of, I think he was nervous to try to like give some oomph to pull. So I pulled him, and then she took off, but yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable. That's not like a thing you like then go and tell your mom, like, caught your dogs fucking.
Good thing you didn't tell her, but now you're putting it on this podcast.
It was 20 years ago. Who gives a shit? Those dogs are fucking dead.
Did you tell this story at the funeral?
Mm-hmm.
Shit-faced. Yeah, one time.
Yeah.
Peanut and sunflower.
It's not too far off, actually.
Let me tell you about this motherfucker right here.
P-I-M-P.
Some people, they wake up to a cock yelling, cock-a-doodle-doo. Some people wake up to a cock stuck in a dog's puss. Some people wake up to an alarm clock. Some people wake up to an alarm cock stuck in a dog's puss. For that, I'll be ever grateful, sweet prince.
R.I.P.
And then we called the guy who had the mobile dog incinerator.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah.
I need to
Very
look
much
into
so.
that.
Yeah, I'll tell. I'm not going to tell a story. I'll tell you guys off pod.
I mean, you've already said dog puss, so...
Yeah, it's funny though.
It's just a guy with like 4 jerry cans in the back.
It's a long, complicated thing. I'll tell you later. Quit pushing because I'm not going to say, and this isn't good content. Move on. We're getting into the third act here.
Roy the dog. He stops and growls at Gallagher as he leaves. Beck comes in and starts asking for an explanation of what's going on because he's been in the police force a long time and he's seen some wild shit, but he ain't seen nothing like this. Gallagher says an explanation won't help.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Bow, bow.
What I'm after is still out there and now I don't know where to start, Gallagher says. Beck orders Gallagher to be arrested. What? Back at the police station, they bring Gallagher's personal items in to Beck, which includes the crazy silver gun that he pointed at Brenda. Rim comes in with some more information and tells Beck that Seattle FBI states that Gallagher and his friend Stone were killed in a forest fire.
Hi, I'm
His
Rim.
friend Stone was never found. They were hunting.
Were they hunting?
Rim also shows a picture of Stone to Beck. And it's Gallagher. What? Did you turn it off?
No, I sped it up though.
Okay.
Have you seen this boy?
That's that guy on the milk carton. At Lieutenant Masterton's house, our boy Roy here, the dog, is looking at himself in the mirror. And then he decides to jump through a window on a door and knocks the shit out of Lieutenant Masterton here.
Such a bummer those Norwegians were such shitty shots.
Did anybody notice what fell on to Lieutenant Masterton whenever the dog knocked him out?
Like he knocks him into the refrigerator, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he falls back? No.
Yeah, 2 berries and a Twinkie fall like right on his dick.
Like 2 berries like in the...
Like fruit.
Right.
And then a fucking Twinkie in a wrapper fall.
Kind of like you would take two round things and one long thing to make like a little wiener.
Yeah, I think this is a wiener joke, is what I'm getting at.
And Twinkie's full of white cream.
I'll send a picture of it later.
Did you save it already?
No, not yet. But when I watched again today, I noticed that. I was like, what the... I was like, was that a dick joke? And I was like, another star.
You're sending a picture from the movie, right? Not your...
Side by
You're
side,
not recreating?
bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to recreate too. I had to get the lighting right, but we'll see. Back at the police station, Beck interrogates Gallagher and lets him in on the new information that he's learned, his real name and all the other shit that came along. Beck says he wants the truth, but you can't handle the truth. Gallagher tells him these people were not human and that they switch bodies when one is used up. He says he's missed his chance when it left Brenda the stripper. Gallagher says it will now come after him since it knows it's here. But he also needs a space gun back because that's the only thing that can kill it. He's been tracking this thing for 9 years. And Gallagher adds, your time. And Beck does not like this and locks Gallagher back up. Good transfer shot there though, with the fucking jail cell closing on his face. It's pretty good. No?
Yeah, and then there's that star wipe right after.
Are you talking about Men in Black?
No. Just talking about a wipe effect. Pull up a iMovie. You'll see it.
It's preloaded.
Beck returns home, but is very bothered about what went on, and he can't sleep. Lieutenant Masterton has returned to work, and he talks to Ed.
You think it's that, not the fact that he's shot in the shoulder?
He seems like he's worried more than... Beck took a bullet to the shoulder. It was a scratch.
Yeah, he's a real tough guy.
I can't believe you don't like Detective Beck.
Nah.
Masterton returns to work. He sees Ed. They talk about the senator and where the speech is taking place. And he continues on because he's done. He's got that information he needs. In the police lab, the tech uses Gallagher's space gun and blows a hole through the fucking wall, causing a giant ruckus. This allows Lieutenant Masterton to come into the lab, get the space gun, and also a few other weapons from the evidence cages as well. Masterton runs into Beck in the hallway and asks him where Gallagher is. He says he's already locked him up. Masterton points the gun at Beck and says, "I've already shot you once and I'll do it again. Now take me to Gallagher." Beck knows something's up now. Masterton starts opening fire on the other officers in the building. They move in on Masterton, and Beck makes a move and grabs the space gun. Masterton is shot, but he's not dead, because, of course, it takes multiple bullets to kill one of these things. Beck orders the building to be locked down and goes to get Gallagher.
So if you shot him like dead center, and let's say you're using a Punisher, which has piercing power, right? And if you hit the alien inside the chest cavity or the stomach, this thing's surviving that? This thing's not getting hit?
I mean, it is from outer space. It probably has a good exoskeleton on it.
Good call. Good call.
Do you have any kind of rifle with thermal scope available?
Yeah, that's true.
Really pinpoint where that thing is.
Now, here, if you use the Red 9, it's only 3 shots.
Yeah, but if you ain't got that stock, though, you're realistically more like 7 shots, because you're going to be panicked.
Yeah, that's true. You'd be a little wobbly.
You don't want to use a pistol against one of those in the first place.
Well, I mean, you could drop down to assisted if you're trying to go for that minimal run.
Would you guys play the Hidden if Capcom made it?
Sure.
Just like Resident Evil 4?
I'm not picking
That'd
up like every Capcom release.
Yeah. I mean, I'd try it, if...
Kron, you're doing S++ hardcore runs over here. You got every fucking Capcom release, dude. Show me your fucking Street Fighters.
It was S+ professional. It's harder than hardcore.
Fucking nerd alert.
Yeah, he already did hardcore.
Yeah. I've been done with that one.
He jumped right into it, man. Impressive. And that was what, your 5th playthrough?
I don't know. Yeah, probably like
15th.
5th
or 6th.
You got balls, man. I did like 4, just casual build-up runs before I went for those S pluses, so.
If you get there anyway, you just jump in, dude.
I wanted to get a feel for it.
Beck fills in Gallagher on Masterton.
Dan, still in like chapter 5.
8, thank you very much. He gives Gallagher his gun.
Are you in the castle?
So you're 2 chapters into the castle?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get past that catapult? Well, you must have then if you're at 8.
I'm at 8, yeah. I haven't played in a while, though.
Me neither.
I really wanted to, well, not really, because last night I was like, oh, I should go down and play RE4, and then I was like, fuck that, I'm just lay in bed, drink this beer, and I watched Maniac Cop 3.
That's a good night.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. But yeah, I probably should have played RE4. He gives Gallagher his space gun back, and they head towards Masterton. Masterton, meanwhile, has made his way through the jail by throwing a grenade and blowing it wide open. A shootout ensues between the three men. Beck and Gallagher are pinned down in an empty cell with Masterton in the hallway. Masterton asks Gallagher how he found him. He starts using Gallagher's alien name. Masterton tells Gallagher that they could take over this place because the human race is weak. But Gallagher, he's not into that. Masterton...
show some fucking respect, man. We build these great Ferraris that you fucking love.
And we
produce this great punk rock and metal. So...
It does seem like they love it here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's why they wanted to take it over.
Hitting up all the strip clubs, cruising.
Touching boobs.
Yeah, but when you take over, are you going to be able to produce the art that you love so much? No, you don't think about that.
You got a point. It's true. Masterton turns around and shoots Danny Trejo.
Full head of hair on him in this movie.
Looking good. Looking young.
Mm-hmm.
Beck pushes another round of bullets into Masterton and takes cover. Just then, Masterton walks up and appears next to him with an RPG. Beck swings over and shoots Masterton in the head, which pushes the RPG down the hallway instead of the cell and blows up down there. When all the smoke clears, Masterton's gone. Beck gets pissed that Gallagher didn't use his fancy space gun on him and asks why. Gallagher fires the gun at Beck and hits him. And he says, "It doesn't work on human flesh."
Space gun
Gallagher says,
look kind of goofy. It's just like a
sprinkle light.
Yeah, like a
sparkle light.
Sparkly yellow, like animation light.
Yeah, it's a OG Star Trek effect.
Yeah. Gallagher says that Masterton will need to change soon, so they follow the blood trail to an office. They find Rim inspecting his body. Gallagher asks who else has been in the room. Rim says that Willis went to go get a medic. We cut to the senator here. He's showing up at his big speech. Beck gets a call that Willis is there. They speed over to catch Willis. When they arrive, they're stopped at the door, and Willis is up on the stairs already, and he sees that they're there. He starts walking the halls.
I recognize this hotel from Not Another Teen Movie. This is where the prom takes place.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right.
Bones referencing the one DVD he owns.
I did own that DVD.
I'm trying to think of what Manson covered. For
Tainted Love.
Tainted Love.
It's got that excellent... there's two really good jokes there. But when the boyfriend... Or when Chris Evans is... the Ducky sort of parody, the best friend that wants to go out with her, and he kind of Evans runs out one door and then the other kid tries to go through the other door and it's locked. There's a great ADR line of like, why is this door locked? It's a fire hazard.
I think I watched maybe 2 years ago. I know I rewatched it again. I think me and Rach did.
That might be my favorite spoof movie.
I laughed.
It might be sacrilege to say I would put it up there with Airplane and Naked Gun, but
whoa, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that far, but
I think it's fucking stacked, man.
It's pretty funny.
I just remember the subtitles bit.
I can't remember if I went to the theater and seen that shit or not.
Because I would rewind that part over and over.
Yep.
An officer stops Willis, but Willis guns him down, and the shootout's on, gentlemen. A bunch of guys hide the senator, and by this time Beck and Gallagher have caught up. They start exchanging fire with Willis. Willis takes a few officers out and keeps moving through towards the senator.
That's got to be so fun. Like when you're on a security detail, like when the shit goes down, it gives you permission to just push your fucking like detail around. Like, cause they just grab that dude and fucking bolt.
Gotta go.
Like how, like if you're Secret Service and you fucking hated Trump and there was like a threat on his life, how satisfying would that be? Like just fucking yank his fat ass around.
Push him down into a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me your gun. I'm gonna fight.
We got to empty this garbage all over you.
Yep. Stay down, bitch. I mean, sir.
Get in the bathtub. Why are you turning the cold water on? Shut up.
You need to shrink. We need to wash your spray tan off.
Beck steps out to shoot Willis, but runs out of bullets, and Willis capitalizes on this and shoots him a few times in the stomach. Gallagher empties his clip, but stops to check on Beck. But by this time, Willis has made it to the senator. Gallagher shows up, and there are a group of men escorting the senator out. We also get a shot when Willis does arrive of a lady in a closet. That'll come up later. Gallagher quickly checks the room to see if Willis is and sees that Willis is dead on the floor. Gallagher runs up to the crowd that's escorting the senator out, and the senator stops and kind of gives him a weird look. So he knows. He's changed. Beck is being loaded into an ambulance and asks if they got him, and Gallagher says yes. At the press conference later on, the police say that they have no motive on why Willis would try to kill the senator, and a reporter asks the senator if he's still going to run for president. He says, "I want to be president." We cut to Gallagher. He's making his way into the press
people fucking
conference.
eat it up, dude.
Yeah. I think they should have not done the little look, and the full reveal should have been there.
At the end.
Yeah, when he stands up.
Yeah. Because, yeah, they're in like a mad dash, and he like stops and turns. He shows his FBI badge to the guys at the press conference, but they ask what's in the bag, and he's like, oh shit, so he just bum rushes. The police begin to chase him and open fire on him. He rushes towards the stage, takes a few shots, but manages to get to the front of the stage. At this time,
I'm FBI. Obviously, I have a flamethrower bag, right? I'm a flamethrower bag investigator.
Duh.
That's what FBI stands for.
Standard.
Out of the way, flamethrower unit.
I thought it stood for female booty inspector.
You can't do that shit anymore, dude.
Oh, damn. I lost my license, too, a long time ago. At this point, the senator has also noticed Gallagher and starts firing at him. But in all this chaos, he manages to get the flamethrower out of his bag. Edit that out. The senator is also... My burp.
No.
The senator is also taking shots at Gallagher, but he's able to hit him with a cloud of fucking flame and sends the senator to the floor, burnt up to a crisp. And all of a sudden, this slimy-ass creature starts to emerge from his mouth and the senator, and this allows Gallagher to use his shiny space gun to destroy this motherfucker, and this creature blows up.
This is also when the audience is finally like, oh, he's a bad guy, the senator.
He just like every politician, dude. Told you.
He wasn't looking out for me, the little guy. He's full of space slugs and shit.
Holy fuck, they are lizard people. Back at the hospital, Beck's in really bad shape. And Gallagher sees this because he's there as well. He goes into Beck's room where Beck takes his last breaths and dies. That's it, guys. Gallagher opens up Beck's mouth and shoots a yellow ray of sparkly light into Beck. The doctors rush in to find Gallagher dead on the ground. But after a few seconds, Beck wakes up. His family comes in and gives him hugs. His daughter is very hesitant to come towards her dad, but eventually she does and grabs his hand. Roll credits for The Hidden from 1987, gentlemen.
Cool. These poor doctors, man. People keep dying in rooms, and then the people next to them keep getting up. Like, what is going on?
Getting a shitty Yelp review.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Kron?
It's cool that when she finally does take his hand, they basically they just recreate the shot from Predator.
Dad, you son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
What's the matter? FBI got you pushing too many pencils?
Upon further research, gentlemen, this was released October 30th, 1987, with a budget of $5 million and a box office of $9.7 million. Jack Schroeder's favorite movie that he's made, according to him.
And he made Nightmare 2.
Yeah. Michael Norway, who plays Beck, turned down the role of Riggs in Lethal Weapon to do this movie. It's set in Los Angeles. Also a buddy cop film as well. Of course, the role went to Mel Gibson.
Beautiful Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Where the tumbling tumbleweeds. But that's all I got really on that. I didn't watch any of the director's commentary, but I'm sure there's a hell of a lot more information.
I guess it's time to play the Harem Club's favorite game. It's Rate My Letterboxd.
Rate my box!
Damn, we got a user rating.
Gentlemen, at the time of our review from The Hidden from 1987, directed by Jack Shoulder, the Letterboxd user rating is sitting at a 3.6.
Ron, would you like to pretend to cut me off and go first?
Hold that thought, Bones. I'll go first here. I'm going to give Dan a 3.5. I'm going to go Bones 3.0.
Dan 3.5. Kron 3.0.
Bones, I'm going with the 4.0. Kron Howard, I'm going with the 4.0.
All right, guys. The Hidden. I was pretty back and forth on what I was ultimately going to give this one. I mean, right off the bat, I do think you get some of the strongest 9 minutes like that I've ever seen. That whole car chase, having two guys carrying a big plate of glass that a Ferrari runs into. I mean, that shit is fun. And then, I don't know, there is some stuff towards the end, like you get a flamethrower, you get a bazooka firing. Does a lot of cool stuff. I guess it's just, I don't know, like the middle bit of it it kind of treads water for a bit, but I don't know. I don't want to say too much like negative about this. Had a really good time watching it. I do think it's got this cool kind of like LA punk kind of soundtrack to it that like every time a song kicks in, it kind of like heightens the scene. And I don't know, I could see this as like, you could have a really fun double feature of this first and then Repo Man after. I think that'd be like a badass double. I think ultimately I'm going to be 3.5 on this. The rewatch, I could move that up pretty easily, I think, but 3.5 for now.
I was also a little torn coming into this. I could kind of sway within a 0.5. I'll echo what you said. I think the opening of this is pretty awesome. And the end of the movie has some stuff that should sort of mirror that in terms of classic action elements, but I don't think it delivers. I don't know if it's the performance or if it's the writing of Beck where it just didn't connect. I never got the sense that he was a capable detective. They never really gave him anything to sort of solve or figure out. He's always being reactive. He doesn't really go out of his way like to seek anything out or to solve anything or connect anything. I think you're supposed to just sort of rely on that opening scene where we show his balls, like, of him going to shoot the Ferrari at the roadblock. McLaughlin's good. I think there's a little bit, they show their hand a little too much with the reveal. I don't know. Maybe another cool alien puppet sequence or something to kind of hold you over in the middle. This, like I said, I was kind of holding out, and I thought maybe revisiting the plot would bump me up, but I think if anything it bumped me down, so I'm going to go with 3.0 on this.
All right. The hidden works for me. I want to thank Kron Howard and Bones for allowing me to be part of 5 Day Rentals, because I think if I watched this movie before we had a podcast, it would just be like, whatever, cool. But I think with some of the movies that we covered in the past, I think it's kind of made me appreciate these types of movies a little more. And on my rewatch today, I think everything just hit. The soundtrack, even the non-songs of the actual soundtrack, like the craziness of that, like the standoff when he's coming through the blockade, really worked for me. I think the acting's pretty good here. I like Beck. I think there's enough heart there with them, with the family and stuff like that. I like the bleak ending. I think it's, because if you think about it, it's like, that's kind of fucked up. But I don't know. It just really worked for me. At my first viewing, I think I was with Bones. I needed a little something, maybe a little bit something more actiony. But I think you got enough with Brenda, like her saga, and like I said, the Kron's 9 minutes of the beginning is awesome. So yeah, this is a 4 for me, man. It just works. Did we lose Kron?
Oh, we might have lost Kron. It looks cool, though.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
We'll see what happens. This, to be fair, Dan, this on paper should be a high level for me. It's got all the elements of a Bones movie.
You gave Alligator a 4 last week, so
yeah. Sometimes it's tough to to sort of explain what's not connecting for you, you know? And on that, oh, he's totally gone.
Kron?
We could say whatever the fuck we want about Kron right
That
now.
dude, he fucking... We were going to kick him off in like 5 episodes anyway.
Nah. I don't know. I can see this one maybe with further reflection, but like I said, I was kind of holding out for the plot breakthrough, and I wasn't necessarily bored, but nothing clicked. Like, oh, that works for me, or I don't know.
Did you do twice, or
I did like 2.5, because after the second watch, I was like, what's going on? Like, come on. So I started it today and got about halfway through and was just genuinely, and you know how it is. Sometimes when you watch the same thing multiple times over a few days, you're just sort of disconnected, but it'll still live pretty high. I mean, I can do this math right now. This thing will average out at a 3.5. And while we wait on Kron, we'll just fish this information to him later. With Rate My Letterboxd, you got a 0.5. I got a 1. And Kron got a 1.5. So still pretty tight. I don't know what those total numbers are.
I think you were at like 18.
Yeah.
Or some shit. I don't fucking remember.
This is weird. This is kind of weird without the funny guy here, you know?
I'm here. What are you talking about?
Oh, nice.
Huh?
But you know what? This is our first technical problem in a while. Why don't
It's our first technical problem in 2 years.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
And now we're have one every week. Watch.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Downhill from here, dude. Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's solve this and we'll come back because it's Kron's turn.
Yeah, he still needs to pick. Check out Horror Dress. The guys are on that.
You got to make your damn mind up and get on there, dude.
They seem like they're busy right now, so I let them. I want them fully dedicated to the onslaught that I'm going to put them through. So, yeah, I'll get there. I'll get you, Brantley. Don't worry. I'm coming. And, yeah, check out the Patreon for Best Little Horror. We're on those, like we said before. Check us out on Letterboxd. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Twitter. You follow, we'll follow.
Yeah, we're nice guys.
We're like Q.
Yep, we got a lot more Thunder in Paradise coming. We are close to finishing season 1 of the show, finally. 2.5 years in the making. So,
do you think I should go back and put season 1 on all of our episodes?
No.
Because I can do that.
I think you just put in the description of the first episode of season 2, just season 2 begins. I don't know. I'm so tempted. I know we've talked independently, like what changes we want to make. I think we like the show. We like what we're doing. So I'm not saying it's a open call for suggestions, but
have you
we
sat
respond
down
to critique?
Oh yeah, we love it. Join the Discord. You talk to us all day. Have you sat down and actually come up with ideas for season 2?
I have one idea.
That's it.
I have one category.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I need. Because I'll have multiple weeks in between. So that is one change. I don't know if we've openly talked about that. The categories for season 1 were sort of locked in when we decided let's pick 30 categories. And, we would sort of randomly select them, and that sort of locked us in. And we decided, you know what, for season 2, we're going to be a little bit more loose and maybe play into the zeitgeist, play into what we're talking about. Looks like Kron lost power. That's what this is. Didn't we say we were going to close the show real quick? And now you and I are just chatting. So who knows? It may be somebody mentions, I don't know, like on the Resident Evil Patreon for George, we discussed the Resident Evil franchise. Maybe that inspires a video game category. Who knows?
Wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do another Bond-based category. Maybe, dare I say, I don't know, 6 or 7 more puppet categories. A lot of damn puppet movies out there, dude.
Kron has that probably locked in. I've started to comb through and look what I want to do. Buy what I need to buy. So we're going. You'd love to see what these titles are back here, I'm sure.
No.
But you can't. You can't. But I think, we're going to be a little loosey-goosey with the categories, so...
it'll also help us sort of get guests, I think.
I think that would be a lot better, yeah.
Mm-hmm. We got to start subjecting other people to this.
I'll get Fincher, season 2.
Oh, there he is. Let's go ahead. Let's lock this show up before he comes in and makes fun of us.
And thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
Crash and burn.
Crash and burn.
Hey, crash and burn.
Kron Howard's pick was Bananas in Pajamas. We'll see you next week. Kron, welcome back.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
As we left off, I had a 4.0 in this movie.
Well,
you had a 4.0 in
sorry,
this movie. And Bones had a 4.0 in this movie.
Guys, The Hidden would have an average score from the three of us of 3.5. That's me at 3.5, Bones a 3, Dan a 4. This would end up at number 26 on the big list, or 27 on the big list, right below Old Henry, and right above, hey, another movie from this category, Alligator.
It's below Alligator or above Alligator?
It's one above Alligator.
All right. Bones, what were you going to say?
Oh, I guess it's that letterboxed bump.
Yeah.
On Alligator. I was just going to make sure, peep behind the curtain that Kron was recording.
Are you recording, Kron?
Oh, I kept my record going. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? We're going to leave all this in. We're going to show the flaws, baby.
Do it.
All right, Kron, are you ready for Rate My Letterbox scores?
I am indeed.
The listener already knows this because they, of course, play along with their workbook at home. Dan got a 0.5. I got a 1. And you got a 1.5.
On your own movie, Dan. Bones would be leading with a 20.
Thought I knocked it out of the park, but...
With a 20.5, I would have a 19. Dan, 17.5.
We have... What? 4 more? 4 more episodes to go?
Yeah.
For a rewind?
Or we were going to do one at the end of the season, right?
We'll decide.
That's off, Mike. That's a internal conversation.
I might want to wait.
We got to get out of here. Kron's technical difficulty has extended the show
way longer than
way too long.
Yep. It's my bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, from 1987, The Hidden. Go check it out. I believe you can rent it. Apple, Prime, wherever you get your shit at. But for me, Laundry Dan, I'm gonna say Crash and Burn.
Crash and Burn. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the 5-Day Rentals podcast. This is the After Showers segment. I gotta say, there's a lot of worms being exchanged in that shower.
Yeah, I was trying to brush my teeth. So it was a little rude to kind of then put your ass up to my face, Dan.
My ass hurts.
You're a tall guy.
Well, that's because I kept jamming the toothbrush into your ass. Like,
Oh, that's what that was.
Takes some doing. Bones is pretty tall.
mm-hmm.
Is it one of those Sonic ones? Because it felt kind of good at one point.
Well, you still got to get that, back and forth motion.
All right, guys, it's time for the last selection of Cuties. Films featuring actors who worked with Tarantino before they worked with Tarantino. Previously in this category, we had Alligator from Bones, and of course The Hidden from Dan, which you're listening to right now. Guys, I was pretty torn coming into this one. Had two selections, one bona fide classic, another one just an off-the-wall 5DR pick. I even threw this out to our Discord, and I said, based on these vague descriptions, what would you rather see? It's pretty much tied. I guess in the last minute, someone else cast a vote. But I don't know, guys. I don't want to be accused of putting all these high-slotted films on the list.
Don't do that. Don't earlier in the episode bitch about being the man of the people and respecting democracy, and then go against what the people voted for in your tiebreaker.
I gotta do me, baby. Hey, here's where I came down on it. One, I think that other movie is going to be a lot more applicable than the one I'm about to pick. And two,
That's not a word.
You know what, Bones? If you wanted it so bad, you could have put it on for this category.
So I was right when I guessed.
What do you mean?
One of my guesses was correct.
What do you mean one of your guesses?
Nah, just pick it. Just tell us what we're watching.
You don't know what... You have not said anything that we're about to watch.
Okay.
All right, guys. This movie features Lawrence Tierney. So this guy was in Reservoir Dogs. He played Joe Cabot. He's like the old, bald, kind of big dude.
The guy who looks like the fucking thing.
Yeah, exactly. And the movie that we're going to watch is from 1987. It's directed by Norman Mailer. This thing's called Tough Guys Don't Dance. This is a wild, wild movie. This movie feels like if you gave Tommy Wiseau a copy of a David Lynch movie and a pile of cocaine and told him to get to work, I think you would end up with Tough Guys Don't Dance. Also, in the Tommy Wiseau verse, like, I think this movie, this was Cannon's kind of like step forward into prestige filmmaking. They got Norman Mailer, who was like a playwright and a novelist. And they said, hey, just do whatever you want. Here's $5 million. And all the kind of like run up was like inventive new neo-noir, like, drama filled, prestige picture. And then I think this thing had like a screening at Cannes where people were laughing at it. And then after that, Norman Mailer was like, no, it's a comedy. Like I did that on purpose. It's not, I don't suck. You suck if you don't get it. So, I don't know. I think this is going to be a fun one for the pod. I think it's going to be a weird time. I've watched chunks of this movie and I'm very confused by it. Dan, have you seen this?
I have not seen this, but I've heard about this movie. Multiple podcasts that I listen to have commented and brought up this movie. So
it's got your Barry Lyndon in it, huh?
Oh yeah. What's that?
Ryan O'Neal.
Ryan O'Neal. Yep.
Who released it? Was it?
This is canon. This was a canon.
Oh, was it canon?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think they were kind of trying to like get away from, the death wishes and whatnot and make a real movie. And in true canon fashion, Tough Guys Don't Dance was the real movie they made.
Wasn't it hard to find for a while, I think?
Yeah, kind of like Historically Lost.
Okay.
And then Vinegar Syndrome, I think like 3 or 4 years ago, which this is kind of a weird one for them to even pick. Like this doesn't necessarily feel like a Vinegar Syndrome release to me. So, but if you love bad acting and bad Southern accents, this is a fucking buffet, dude. I mean, strap in.
Fuck yeah.
Bones, do you know about this thing at all?
No. I think I've seen this when looking up who is the other guy in this? Wings Hauser.
Yep.
I was looking at his filmography not too long ago for some reason. I forget what he was in that I was watching. Or it might have been... Oh, I see what it is. He is in a movie that I almost selected, and I went down the rabbit hole. He did a few canon things, I think.
Yeah, Wings Hauser is like notoriously kind of a crazy, difficult guy to work with, I think. So,
Beastmaster 2 is what he was in. And then how did he fucking survive being in The Insider with Michael Mann? Holy shit. Dude, I'm stoked. This is a good pick. Penn Jillette.
Yeah. Penn Jillette plays a crazy character. I mean, this movie, so I kind of have watched chunks of it the last 2 days, and it's like the first 30 minutes is fucking fun, dude, because it's just so insane.
Right.
And then it kind of rolls into like the, middling part of the movie. But like I said, it is insane writing, insane acting, and everyone is doing like a Florida panhandle accent. It just is so fucking weird. It'll be a good one for the pod, I think.
Cool.
And we'll do the other one.
What did he guess?
He said what I guessed. It didn't work, so I won't, or wasn't it, so we won't need to put it out.
I don't know what all Bones guessed.
How often is he guessing?
I guessed 2. It's fine. This thing is off the rails in my mind. It's like I thought we'd be done in 2, and we are at.
Can I tell you the other concern with picking the other movie? Like, I know that you both at this point know what my last category is, and Bones, you know the actor that's in that movie. So I would have been picking
2. Okay.
3 movies in a row, essentially.
Yeah, that would have been fucking cool, man.
We'll do the other one.
I actually thought maybe you would pull that out for this one. I thought maybe you would bump it up and do a different category. So,
yeah, but that last category,
I know.
bookends the podcast so well.
I know, and I've been sitting on that information for a year.
Dan got it.
Can't wait to watch that fucking movie.
Dan got it at the last one.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got what at the last one?
What the last category is.
I know what the last category is.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what the movie is, so we should.
And I know what the last movie is.
Oh, you do?
You don't know what
I
the
guessed
last...
it right the other day.
You don't know what the last movie is.
Yes, I do.
No, I told you that's not
And
it.
the listener will find out in a few weeks.
But before...
By
The
the time-
last movie is mine.
Cool.
And it's going to be foreign.
Well, before we get into that argument, we're going to have to get through Tough Guys Don't Dance.
Can't wait.
I don't know if this is available to stream like anywhere, so I'll let you guys borrow my copy of this thing.
Thank you, Kron.
I looked it up on Just Watch and it was like unavailable.
Yeah.
So
Let's start taking this into consideration a little more often, maybe.
Season 2 is not going to be good for that.
I say we go deeper down.
I tell you what we need.
I have to buy some DVDs for season 2.
What the fuck?
I'll say that much.
I am the people's podcaster here.
Streaming sucks, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking awful to just press a button and watch a movie. Not spend
I put a disc
$35
in
to
and
some fucking
press it up.
hipster.
What you get for free
Listener
for this
doesn't.
podcast?
Listener doesn't.
They could.
They're real movie fans. They'd already
That's
have it.
true. I guess there is a pipeline to these movies.
Mm-hmm. All you got to do is ask.
We're trying to spread business, baby.
You can
That's what we do.
you can rent it from the store.
Yeah.
When are one of you going to reach out to Shout or Vinegar Syndrome and say, we would love to do like in partnership sort of podcasts, like with your releases or something? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not the biggest Vinegar Syndrome fan.
Yeah, I don't think I think Shout would be the way to go for
Way
us.
better.
Okay.
Yeah.
well, then do
Scream
it.
Factory, yeah.
You guys are a lot more charismatic than I am. I'm two in my head.
I don't think we're not at the level where
Who
Shout would
released
consider it.
Gone with the Pope?
Grindhouse.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
Grindhouse.
Yeah, they reached out to me on Twitter and did not hit back. So,
They did not like what they heard.
yeah.
I thought they followed me when we did Gone with the Pope.
They might have.
Well, they sent you that cease and desist.
That's true. Is it hanging up back here?
Guys,
Huh.
we're so close to the end of season 1.
We're getting
Listener,
there.
if you want a season 2, I'm going to, maybe just a few words of affirmation would be nice. Hit up that Apple Podcast review, rate. You can hit the 5-star on that fucking Spotify app or on your podcast addict. We're everywhere. Not Stitcher, though. That's too much work.
Fuck those guys.
Other than that, join the Discord. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. I don't know for how long. But, I don't know. Last week, it's just so weird. The vibe in the room, it was electric. Going back to this standard record feels so weird.
Dan's looking for a cul-de-sac in Atlanta to move us all to, so...
We'll
Hell
get
yeah.
there. Send you guys some links.
I would, you know what? I would love to do just a retreat. Let's just do a weekend, knock out 6 records. We'll do The Fanatic. We'll do Tombstone.
Go fucking Iceberg?
Go fucking Iceberg.
Cyberchrist lives.
Some people wake up to a cock stuck in a dog's puss.